Hi y'all. Some of you are working on the inverse practice assignment and you're trying to type equations onto the Google Doc, but because you're just typing them with regular font, they can easily be wrong. Because when you're doing the inverse, the order that you do the operations is very important. So if you're missing parentheses or you only divide a piece of it by 2 or only multiply a piece of it by 3 or whatever, it could easily be a wrong answer. So keep in mind you are supposed to upload a picture of your work where you did each step on a sheet of paper so that I can help you identify why you're getting the questions wrong. But if you want to type your final answer into the Google Doc, you need to go to File and then go over to Insert, Equation. So Insert, Equation. So I'm going to show you a few of these tools. It might just be a little trial and error, but if you want to write y equals, now if you intend to write a fraction, click this little button here. So if I need to put something on top, let's say I wind up with x plus 5 on top, see how I put it in parentheses? You can then use your keyboard. If you look at the number 6, it has that little arrow pointed up. If you press Shift 6, it will make an exponent. That little, it's called a caret. So like if I had to square that. But you can also find exponents here. You just have to click that first and then type in the parentheses. So I'll do it again without that button. So I'm still a fraction. If I know that something on the numerator needs an exponent, then I'm going to do my parentheses x minus 5, and then I just have to arrow to the right, and it will bring the cursor to the exponent spot. So again, after I typed in the parenthesis, I just hit the arrow button to the right, and it bumped it up to the exponent. And now if there was something I needed to divide by, I'm just going to use the arrow keys on my keyboard until the cursor is in the denominator. If you want to square root something, just click New Equation, Square Root, and then just keep in mind, if you need something to be under the radical, you just keep typing and it'll extend the square root sign. But that is different than this. These two equations are very different, and if you remember from transformations, this graph would have been shifted to the left, whereas this graph would have been shifted up. So you can tell by the graph that these two are not the same function. And so when you're just typing it on regular font, it's not necessarily translating maybe the way that you want. So I have returned all of your assignments. Thank you to those of you who did attach a picture of your piece of paper where you showed step by step what you were doing. But for those of you that were trying to type the equation in, I really need you to go back and try to make it look exactly correct with the equation feature of Google Docs.